All right. So, welcome one and all to episode 0, the first episode. That's kind of like an intro. It's a little mini episode of the Die by the Dice podcast. Woo! We have characters all done. We pre-rolled them, but we will introduce them to you right now after we introduce ourselves. So, my name is John. I will be your dungeon master. I will be guiding you upon this epic journey of adventure and high-flying escapades. Sitting to my right, we mixed it up this time, is...
I'm Lisa. I'm going to be playing a human monk. My character's name is Kiaran. This is my first time in 5th Ed. We've recently played Warhammer, and I've done Pathfinder before, and way before that, 3.5. So this is my first expedition into 5th Ed. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
So Lisa, why don't you tell us all a little bit about Kiaran?
Kiaran is a human monk. She was part of a family that, I don't know how to explain it. Crap. Because she's not I don't want to say donated a child.
Yeah, but it's kind of
There was just like a bin, she dropped one in.
Well, okay, so her family sent her to the temple of a monk school where she basically grew up in the temple learning martial arts, learning how to be athletic, acrobatic, fighter person. And so she has grown up within that system. She's neutral good, bordering on lawful good. She kind of makes her own decisions, but she has that background. She's graduated, I suppose, is the correct word. She's left the school already, but she's been wandering the surrounding areas as a defender, sort of on patrol for the area, and that's where we find her.
All right, sounds good. Continuing on, next.
My name's Tom. Apparently I'm going to be one of the loud ones. I'm going to be playing a tiefling rogue in this particular one. This is my second campaign within 5th, though I've been playing D&D in all forms of it since 4th grade. So, a little bit of a veteran to the whole thing. As for, I guess, my character, I'm going to keep this short since I tend to write really, really long backgrounds. Essentially, he was born as a human nobleman, but was the 6th son. So it was the kind of nobleman that really had nothing else to do with his time or money. So got up to a lot of trouble. And then found out on his 18th birthday that one of his ancestors had essentially sold his soul to the devils, and he turned into a tiefling. His family wanted to lock him up. He had other ideas. Broke out, stole his older brother's sword, stole some of the stuff from his family, and took to the road to kind of make a new life for himself under the name of Arix.
Okay.
Continuing on.
I'm Brent. I am going to also be playing a human, but I'm a cleric of Pelor. My character has a little bit of background with both Lisa and Tom's character. I am playing as Lisa's uncle.
And your character's name?
Farron. And I have a bit of a history with Tom's character. So my character as a cleric was part of the church and was called out to visit Tom's family, who was out in the capital, to help train his older brother in the ways of, the clergy and all of that. That was happening a long time ago. And then in spending time in the capital, my character saw the opulence of the capital and sort of saw that the clergy was falling away from the true, teachings of Pelor. So he decided to go spend time in the desert alone to sort of reconnect with the sun god and all that. And that's where we find my character.
And I am Joe. I'm going to be your power gamer for this campaign. Repressing his urge to power game. That's why I am playing a half-orc bard and not dip it into barbarian, even though I really want to be a barbarian, but John would punch me in the face probably. I've been playing for about 10, 12 years, started with 3.5 and steadily been building since then. My character is Drock, the Rune Chanter, who grew up in the feral cutthroat tribe of the Aruthkin Orc tribe, and then left when he was 13 for various reasons, being under duress from a few of the orcs who've been attacking him that were up-and-comers in the tribe. I then met a halfling family and ingratiated myself to them, and then they actually took me on as a foster child, where I was doing well until I became a little bit too friendly with the halfling daughter, and then the father politely asked me to leave and find my own way in this world. And so with my nothing but the lute, which she gave me, her name is Venica, she gave me a lute, and with a long sword I made my travels, and now making my way as a bounty hunter.
All right, so that is the kind of long and short of our party. So we come upon them in the Empire of Ivranchi, a deserty landscape where a great river called the Tarivine cuts through the landscape, giving a swath of fertile ground. Thank you. That sort of civilization has built itself around. To the north and south are Badlands, which then fall into deep, duny desert, where little life holds. Our story opens with Erix and Drock having been journeying together for a few months now. They've become fast friends in this time and find that their skill sets complement one another, as do their somewhat pitiable, not deformities, but they're not looked upon highly by the average people amidst the
So
town.
mean.
Wait, you don't call horns deformities?
Well, not if you're...
We make an impression.
Yeah, that's right. Though not usually a great first one. Although you have been able to win people over with your songs or charms, you definitely have to have a pretty steep hurdle to overcome when you first meet strangers. You found that more people than not are sort of crossing streets or checking purses while you go near. Generally, yeah, essentially.
I do like to think that when my character gets run out of town, it's not because he looks like the devil, it's because he swindled someone, pissed someone off, and robbed them.
Yeah, that's actually probably happened once or twice. To which Drock is probably none too keen to follow after you, because as you escape their ire, their angry eyes quickly turn to the other outsider. So you had been traveling for some time between some of the smaller villages and towns around the river. Meanwhile, Farron had been called in by the Asurok family, those who bore Erix, and are, even though they are embarrassed by him and sort of fearful of what he's become, they miss their boy, and they're worried about what happened to him. So they called in the longtime family friend to seek him out. Knowing that you might need some help in this, Farron sought out his niece, Kiaran, who had now become, in the decade or so since you last saw her, a capable warrior in her own right, serving as the standard bearer for a kind of militant patrol that kept their town and neighboring towns safe. Borrowing her from her duties, you sought out Aiden, thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't say that. His real name is Aiden Osterrock. He now goes by Erix. That's probably going to ease some confusion down the line.
His last name Christensen.
And even though you don't know his new alias, rumors of red, crimson-skinned, horned individuals haven't been abundant. So the ones that you've been hearing, you're fairly certain are your quarry. You catch up with him. Oh, and one other thing. In addition to the charge of finding their lost son and hopefully kind of curing this ailment through your holy might, you also were given a sealed scroll case to give to him. The sender was unknown to you, and though the Osterox seemed somewhat hesitant to hand it over, they did so very carefully. Like whatever is within it is a matter of great import.
Okay.
Our story begins in the small town of Rafasha on the north bank of the Tarivine.
Where'd that map go?
I took it. But I'll give it back.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. I don't want to be responsible for it.
I want the visual.
All right, so, sorry, what's the name of the town again? I'm trying to keep notes on this.
The town is called Rafasha.
Rafasha.
Mufasa.
It's the only way I'm going to remember that now. Mufasa or Rafiki. It's going to be one of the two.
Simba.
Yeah.
Well, but now you will remember it.
Yeah, except
Okay.
I'm going to remember that it's one of those. I'm never going to remember the actual
So,
name.
sorry, audio listeners. This is where the town is on the map. Right along here on the north bank.
Right there, at the place you're pointing at.
At the place I'm pointing at.
It's at the center of the thing.
Okay.
So we're in definitely not Egypt, on definitely not the Nile, in a
Yes.
town called Rafiki.
Yeah,
Close enough.
you basically got it.
Points.
The map is very well drawn, everyone who's listening to this. Just
Expertly drawn.
Oh, holy crap. Okay.
The blue is
Retcon.
definitely the land.
Oh crap.
Okay, we're
Oh wow, we're
rewind.
I can fix this in post.
Oh no.
The whole like region north of the mountains is Taravine.
Okay.
The river is called the Laina. It's the Laina River, and the Taravine is the region.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Region
moving
as
on.
in country
So the
or region?
Yeah, basically it's like there's several countries that sort of make up the region. The
Tarvi.
Ivranshi Empire is the one in the middle.
Okay.
You're really fancying out these names.
Oh yeah, thanks, dude. Really try. You know, kind
Is it
of.
the Aline?
Liena.
Yeah, I was really off.
I think I said it differently, but Liena is way easier to pronounce, so it's Liena from now on.
So probably remember that as Leanne, like the horse from Cannibal. It's just easier for me.
Okay.
We're just gonna make movie references this entire time.
Yep.
Yep, that's
Cool.
the sort of podcast that this is. No, wait, this is a D&D podcast. Let's get back to D&D. Okay.
You know I talk in movie references.
There's a single tavern in the town called the Thirsty Traveler. It's an inn as well as a tavern. As Farron and Kiaran approach the inn, they find it to be aptly named. The long travel through the riverside has sapped them in the desert heat. As they approach, it's nighttime, and they can hear the sounds of music pouring through the curtained doorway. If you would be so kind, Drock, as to make a perform check with your instrument of choice.
I will use the loot. My loot check is going to be a 17.
17, all right. Starting
bad,
off
all
pretty
right.
good. The first
All
roll. of
right, the first
campaign,
roll, everyone.
Not too bad.
Turns out Drock's last name is Van Halen.
So the dulcet tones of the lute pour from the doorway, as inviting as the smell of ale from within. As you open the cloth curtains, keeping out bugs but letting in plenty of breeze, it looks like most of the town is here. Simple, common, hardworking folk. Their skin tanned by heavily tanned by the sun, and they're working their farms, largely an agrarian farming community. They're looking at the strange half-orcish bard who sits upon a small stage, strumming his lute with a mixture of admiration and worry.
Understandably
One of the
so.
few hands that are kind of gently resting on their swords during the performance. Just in case.
As you take a look upon the bard seems to sort of steal all attention to him. Why don't you go ahead and describe your character, Joe?
My character is more than 6.5 feet tall with long, beautiful, black, lustrous hair. With a sloped forehead and, of course, protruding jawline of the orc, but with piercing blue eyes. Wearing a traveler's outfit, so kind of humbly dressed, but smelling very fragrant. And the long sword is still at his hip, but he continues to play on, trying to scan for the various approval of the female folk, and probably not finding much.
I don't know why, but I have this mental picture of like a dark-haired Dee Snider, like Twisted Sister.
That is not entirely off.
So you're just like a glam metal orc now.
I mean, Dee Snider got laid, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
I like it.
They play the most happiest and like mainstream, living on a prayer of songs. Like wherever the local,
We're not going to take it, is what you're beating the corner.
Just getting some feet tapping,
There
kind
you
of
go.
getting
Yeah,
the,
we're halfway there. You know, like whatever is the can't miss song.
okay.
Are we gonna make him actually sing when he does his perform checks?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that. I don't think I want to hear
I
that.
have many years of training as doing karaoke.
I've heard you do karaoke.
All right, so
Moving right along.
go ahead and make perception checks, both of you, as you scan the rest of the room as you come in.
Perception. What is my perception?
Perceptron.
6. So I got
So
shit.
your perception skill is
23 total.
Wow.
Nah. 12 total.
So 12 and 23.
23.
All right. So, Kiaran, you are mostly sort of swept up in the populace. Just seeing how this press of bodies together, that you don't really see anything out of the ordinary there. A few barmaids go around passing drinks off to customers. There's a few open seats at the bar. You notice the barkeep kind of give you a nod and a wave, gesturing to a couple open seats. You also see two cloaked figures One
Ooh.
toward the kind of the back right corner of the bar as you kind of enter in from the doorway. Not really tucked behind the bard, but sort of using, if you were to sort of pan over to him, you'd have to go past the bard, and it might sort of screen your eyesight.
Okay.
The other on the far left, sitting near a window, gazing out into the night.
Not into his mug.
Okay.
Everyone else seems to be kind of either commonly dressed or of a common countenance, and doesn't really sort of grab your attention.
So the one that's looking out the window is facing away from me, and I can't actually see their face, right?
Right.
Okay.
So one is sort of facing away, the hood up, facing out the window. The other is facing towards you, but the hood down and blocking their visage.
Interesting. Okay. The seats that he pointed to, are they any closer to either one of these figures, or are they just kind of...
The tavern is sort of U-shaped with the bar down the center.
Okay.
They are almost dead center between the on the kind of middle of the alcoholic peninsula.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like it.
If I ever open a bar, I think I know what I'm calling it.
Oh, it is. So the two, you'd be about equidistant to the two figures.
Okay. All right. Well, I will nudge Kiara and I'll say, "Hey, grab the seats over here. I gotta go find the old men's room." So I'll walk whichever side has the washroom, I guess, or something. I've been in the desert a while. I probably need it.
Yeah, there's a little privy
Okay.
out kind of the back of the tavern, and they're also like if you want to actually clean and get washed up, then bathing services are available.
Okay. So in my trek over there, do I walk by either one of those figures?
You can. Neither of them is really on the way, but if you wanted to kind of make a little
Take the long
detour-
way.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And as I look out, it's like the light's on me, so I can't really see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really like a
I'm probably into my performance.
there's not
too.
really like a heavy spotlight. I mean,
Yeah.
you just see people sort of moving around. It's like any other tavern.
They don't have like fantasy stage lighting.
I might recognize her. 'Cause
She also might be lost to the music.
She's also dressed pretty. She's dressed pretty plainly, so without kind of like it's just one more person came in and walked up to the bar.
yeah.
I'll sit down at the table and order some drinks. Act
Okay.
casual.
He says that he has basically beer on tap, or a shipment of elven wine has come in recently at great expense. It is delicious, but then he mentions again the great expense.
Since we are simple folk, I'll just get the beer on tap.
Okay.
It's just the San Diego of like microbrews.
Well, it's about as micro as you can get. Everyone basically brews their own, but
It's a one tavern town.
yeah. So he hands you a couple of beers, asks for a handful of copper for it, taking your money and giving you two frothy mugs. They're kind of warmer than you'd like, but it'll definitely chase some of the dust off the trail dust down your throat. So to which figure are you going to approach there, Farron?
I'll go for the one facing out the window.
Facing out the window. All right.
Window.
Okay. As you approach it, go ahead and make a perception test for me, please. Eric's.
Woo! Woo!
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
That's gonna be a 21.
We're getting milestones left and right here. First nat 20.
Oh man, this is not gonna bode well the first time I have to roll for a fight though.
That is as good as it gets, folks. Okay. Your keen eyes kind of scanning across the people coming in, looking for marks or just something sort of interesting. You see at the far side of the bar a familiar face. A heavy pack upon his back, and definitely sort of a trail weariness to his step. But you see someone you swear is Farron. And why don't you go ahead and describe yourself real quick, Brent?
Okay. As someone who's been in the desert as long as I have, I mean, we're talking like skin like leather. I mean, he's just sun bleached as much as you can be, even though like started off his hair was probably black at one point, but it's like really light now that it's been out, outside so long. Super dusty, like kind of trying to think, almost like not dried out, but like kind of that really tough, like dusty kind of look to him.
Moisturizing.
Yeah, no. Desperately in need of some lotion or something.
I have some.
Lotion in the basket.
Maybe not that kind of lotion. Yeah, I mean, he's probably just short of 6 feet. He's an older guy. He's like low to mid 40s. Not heavy set, but like, he's an older guy. He's not necessarily maybe in the best shape.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, all my travel gear's still on me, and then he's clad like really heavy armor stuff because of his background as a clergyman for Pelor, who's this like, you know, he's the sun god or whatever, but he's also like his symbol's a mace, you know, so he's like a fighter, you know,
A protector when need be.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm going
Okay.
for. And a big shield on his back, like strapped over on his back with a big sun symbol on it too.
Okay. So you even wear your mail while you're traveling.
Yeah, I figure it's like a symbol kind of your service to Pelor
Okay.
to be like ready to, you know, defend the whoever needs it at a moment's notice.
Plus orcs.
Yeah, you know.
You never know when orcs.
Okay, as you go and make another perception check real quick as you
Okay.
try to catch a glance beneath the hood.
That's a 19.
19. And do you want to do this quietly and surreptitiously, or are you just gonna? Who's this guy?
Excuse me. No, I figure I won't make too much of a nuisance of myself. I'll just kind of
Okay, so go ahead and make a
Peer
stealth check
over.
with disadvantage, I believe, because of your
because of my heavy armor.
heavy plate.
I'm clanging all over the place. Oh, and I rolled a 3. So, I think that's a total
Well,
of.
let me see that
well,
second
roll
roll.
the
It could be
second
worse.
roll.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's definitely the 3. So a total of 4.
Total of 4. All right.
You are not subtle.
No, I am not.
Does he like trip?
He knocks over a mug when he's trying to like ease over. Like, shh.
Howdy, stranger.
Okay. As you go by, the figure gazing out the window hears your armor clank and turns. You see a bearded face beneath the hood, almost as grizzled as yours.
Oof, it's pretty grisly.
The beard is black with streaks of silver in it, and comes down about 7 inches or so. He noticed that it's only broken upon his face by 3 long scars down the right side of his cheek,
Gnarly.
extending nearly from his eye down to beneath his chin. He almost spits out at you. What do you want?
I don't know. I'm very scared of this guy right now.
You're just as grizzly as he is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair point.
Come on, I'll grizzle him.
Like True Grit.
Oh, God.
Take no shit.
So,
What's the skill check for that?
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. They don't have like a...
Intimidation.
Maybe
Okay.
intimidate.
I'm not
Survival.
an intimidating person, though. So, looking at the scars, could I tell what they might have come from?
Make a history check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 4. Like, total.
Okay. No, you're not familiar with the cause of it. It looks like it might be a claw or some weapon, perhaps,
Okay.
but it's not readily apparent.
Is it socially acceptable to ask about scars?
Maybe not to strangers who don't really seem too thrilled with you.
Okay.
So yeah, the scars right there. What's that from?
Yeah, that's a quite a scar you got going on. Am I like from the Midwest now? Like, am I Wisconsin?
What was that accent?
I don't know. Okay, so I guess I'll say, I saw you were looking out the window there. Something more exciting than the incredible performance we've got going on in here?
He says, I don't care about some orc thinks he's a dandy. Let him strum his little thing.
That sounds oddly sexual.
I do frequently.
Is he drunk?
What are you trying to say?
I'm not here to judge. You know, we followers of Pelor. We're open to all kinds.
He says, you best keep your open mind and walk out that open door. I'm done with you.
Well done. All right.
You're bad at making friends.
Yeah. Okay. See you later.
You just the always cheerful character.
I don't know.
Just figuring it out, okay?
All right.
So yeah. All right. Well, clearly I'm not welcome, so I'll make my way.
Okay. So as you head back to the privy, and at least that part wasn't a bluff.
Yeah.
Relieve yourself.
So, having noticed him, can I make an attempt to not be as noticeable? I mean, like, probably not going to necessarily be leaving the tavern, but like stealth somewhere where I'm not, at least not where he was. So my character's not wanting to be found at this point.
Yes. Go and make a stealth check. And meanwhile, Kieran, if you can make a perception check, please.
Yes.
16.
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
I rolled an 8.
So, holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Do you have 20 dex?
No. 18 plus 4.
All right.
Expertise.
Okay. Cool. So as you look over to the left and see the altercation between your uncle and this
He's got
stranger, as you turn back, you see the other cloaked figure begin to kind of slink through the crowd, almost
Heading where?
basically just into a different position, kind of trying to blend a little bit better than otherwise.
I do have to ask, does she recognize me?
She's not looking for you
No,
yet.
not yet.
I am.
Can I narrate? Do you want me to be on the screen? Do you want me to be on the screen? All right. In due time.
Joe, I'm trying to avoid being noticed. You will be noticed eventually.
You are on stage after all.
I am on stage.
Like I said, I'm not going to interrupt. Even if I do recognize you, which I probably do, honestly, there's not that many half-orc bards around. But I'm not going to, hey, and walk up on stage, you know? I'm not going to interrupt your beautiful
You know him
rendition.
more as a bounty hunter of low to moderate talent and renown.
Pretty low.
We forgot to explain. Joe and I's character have met before in the pursuit of criminals, and
I've asked you for your help at one time. Like, so I got this one guy has extras, like a couple more dudes. I don't know if I can handle
So
this.
are we also officially going with why that your character's hunting my character but isn't aware that he found him?
Yes. I think that's the only way to go.
Okay.
So we've got Drock the bounty hunter. Do you have like some scribe following you around detailing your exploits for various episodic?
He's his own.
he
Yeah.
sings his own songs.
I sing my own songs.
You see the figure sort of kind of talk his way into another table, sit down and sort of slink down in the chair a little bit, making himself a little less apparent. If you didn't watch him get over there, you'd probably completely lose him in the crowd now.
I'm going to mark where he is and sort of keep an eye on him,
Okay.
but I'm not going to act any different.
Gotcha. A few minutes later, Drock finishes this section of the performance with a strummy flourish, followed by a smattering of applause from the crowd and a handful of coins being thrown on stage.
Ooh.
Total comes out to about 3 silver.
All right. I collect it graciously, and is this an intermission or am I?
This is an intermission. Well,
Okay.
It's basically up to you and the crowd. If they start chanting for encores, it's an intermission. If they don't, then it's the end of your set.
I will use this opportunity to buy myself a ale.
All right. It'll be a silver.
I'll take 3. So I'll use my 3 silver that I just made and put that right. I'll invest it right back into ale,
Into the local economy.
into the local economy, small businesses.
All right.
Support your local brewers.
And so where do you, ales in hand, where do you go to recline and imbibe?
Well, I'm gonna go over to my good friend Eric's and do not see him. Well, it's fine. Is where he's at, like, is the table now vacated?
No, they're still sitting there. They're just kind of chatting now instead of listening to music. And he's kind of just at the table with these other people, sort of blending into the crowd. Looking around, you don't notice where Eric's went to, but you do see another familiar face. Lisa, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
My character is human. She's the niece of Brent's character, so they look a little bit similar. They're both deeply tanned. I imagine this area as sort of a Middle Eastern Egypt kind of place, so I sort of modeled my character.
Definitely not Egypt.
Yeah, absolutely not. So she's got darker skin, she's got brown hair, brown eyes, sort of average height. She's about 5'5". She's wearing plain clothes. She's a monk, so she doesn't have any fancy armor or anything like that. She does carry a pack with her, but right now I'm playing it cool, playing it casual, so I'm just blending in with the rest of them.
Okay.
And I do an identifier.
Yeah, you see, that's what I said, you see his familiar face.
Like, Kieran!
I'll
It's
wave.
me, Drock! I come over to her with, like, carrying my, like, drinking my beers, and then, like,
One in
dropping
one hand and then 2 in the other.
Yeah, I drink one on the way over there, and then drop it on someone's table, and then just continue on.
Hey,
You like smash the thing against your head as you.
What are you doing over here?
Traveling.
To where?
Why were we traveling?
as you recall, as Drock's question jogs your memory.
Because I was helping out
You're helping
you.
Farron, your uncle, who's searching for a missing
Right.
noble.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're all back up to speed.
Brain fart, sorry. I am currently traveling with my uncle. We are in search of someone.
Ooh, is it bounty? Is it something I can help out on?
It is of a personal matter.
Oh, completely understand. What type of personal matter?
Family friend.
Let's see, what type of family friend?
All right. During this questioning, Farron returns to the table. Eric's, go ahead and make a perception check. See if you can kind of eavesdrop on this
13.
situation. No, there's just a little bit too much background noise. You can basically kind of tell the conversations happening between your bardic companion with a couple strangers, or with a single stranger, I suppose. But you can't quite say what they're saying.
Okay, so you said I came back.
You've come back.
Okay. I see we made a friend.
Yes.
Well met.
Thank you. Did you enjoy the performance?
I don't remember, did I?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it was alright. Yes, then.
Excellent. How do
He
you,
rolled pretty well, so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
how do you two know each other?
This is my uncle.
What? And I extend my hands. I do the one arm, like I'm still holding the 2 beers, but and hugging you.
You just
Probably
watched.
just spilled on me a little.
Kind of towering over you a little bit.
Okay. Well, probably a lot, actually. I'm not that tall.
Yeah, I probably spilled a lot of beer on you.
Oh, okay.
What of you? What brings you to this area?
Meanwhile, I'm muttering, I just cleaned up.
Well, pursuing a couple leads. There's, one bounty I'm kind of looking for. Some noble's son, but it's not really making much luck with it. And then, what's not going well, just picking up work where I can, playing some songs. Actually, it's doing pretty good here. Do you want this beer?
I have my own, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Beer?
Noticing the beers, I grabbed one.
Yeah, I got you one.
Thanks. Noble son, you say?
Yes.
Who? Or may I ask?
Well, I don't know if I should. Well, hey, Jarn.
Here, let me buy you another round.
Let's find a table first. I look around. Is there any table for us to sit?
We are at a table.
You are at a
No,
table?
you're at the bar.
We're at the bar? Oh,
Yeah.
you said there was a table.
No, so there's some seats at the bar.
Okay, cool. We're at the bar.
There's a table off to the left side, a few about 10 feet away from the other robed figure or cloaked figure that
Okay.
Farron antagonized earlier.
Antagonized?
Well,
In his
unintentionally.
mind, maybe, yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
As we move over, I'm going to still keep an eye on where I saw mysterious cloaked figure number 2 slinking off to.
Okay, you definitely see that someone's kind of scoping you out. You're not quite sure what they know or what they've seen, but this athletic-looking young lady seems to kind of have your number.
Since I can see that she's with Drock, the minute that her attention seems to be turned to him for a conversation, I try to shift positions again somewhere else.
Okay.
Disappear into the crowd. If I can, slink out the door
Okay.
and maybe get under the window the guy's been peering out to listen through.
All right. Go ahead and make stealth and perception.
26.
Ooh.
Aw, he beat me.
So you turn back to
Yay, rogue powers.
take a look, and he seems to have all but vanished.
Dang it. Well, I'm going to sort of nudge you. I'm assuming that since niece and uncle, we've worked together before, we can sort of non-verbally communicate.
Pointedly not verbal communication.
Probably communicate, right?
It made sense in my head. We can I can
Okay.
tilt my head and sort of give you a, hey, there was something, it's
Okay.
gone now, heads up kind of thing.
Okay, so I'll picking up on what you're putting down.
A little bit.
All right.
Or at least things happened while you were gone, we'll talk kind of thing.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, what would you like, sir?
Actually, I'll take some of the heavy stuff.
What's the heavy stuff?
Pricey.
Oh.
The elven wine that has a fair price to it.
Hmm.
Her barmaid instincts kick up as the ordering of drinks are about to happen, and one of the ladies comes by and she says, "So what will you be having?"
What?
Drock looks at
So what will
Farron.
you be having?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I hear you have some fine reserve stock. How much is it?
She says, "If you would like some of our imported elven ale, it'll be 1 gold piece per glass."
Sure. Yeah. Why not? Nothing too much for my friend here.
All right, I'll be right back with that fine elven ale.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry, the Senor says we have to collect payment for this first. We've had too many drunks drink and then not pay for the fine elven ale.
All right. So I'll slide a gold coin over, and I guess I'll buy another round for us and whatever she's having.
Thank you. And she collects your coins and
Okay.
heads to the bar. It'll be a moment before she gets back if you have any further interrogations you wish to do?
Oh, no. I know you're asking me.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping that the beer would show up first.
Well, I continue to drink my beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like he doesn't have beer.
Yeah, but he's a half-orc. It's gonna take a lot of beer.
Well, in the meantime, we've
Yeah.
worked together before, so I can ask you about business, I assume. How much is this bounty worth that you're pursuing?
Is worth amount of...
It's worth 350 crowns, so that's gold. Alive only. There's no
350
payment if he's brought in dead.
350 crowns, alive only, which I typically do anyway.
Is that a fair amount? Like a
That's
ton
actually
of money?
that's a lot. Yeah.
A lot? I have no frame of reference.
Yeah, that kind of money.
Really good drinks is 1 gold. So
Well, okay, but I'm comparing beer to a bounty.
it's a lot of beer.
350 really good drinks.
Yeah, it's like that'll set some like a common family for several years.
Oh, okay.
Like this is some.
That's not a common family for a few generations.
That's like a car.
Yeah.
So in retrospect, that makes that beer really fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
What did I just buy you?
That's like those $40 bottle of sours you find.
I was gonna go with some vodka, but apparently,
You
some-
bought him Cristal.
Shit.
I know,
Might try to flag down that bar, man. I took Create Water for a reason. Just water that shit down a little bit.
350 crowns. Live only. What about you? What are you two searching for? You can,
You can tell me.
Here's the verbal dance.
Interrogation.
Well, we're looking for an old family friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
family friend. Those type run around.
I don't know how much else we can say.
I don't know, it's kind of a personal favor, so we shall refrain.
Totally get it.
End of conversation.
One of my character traits is I'm very to the point, so
Okay.
you know what? This is a favor for a friend, so we shan't divulge their personal information.
All right. As the waitress comes back, she has a glass goblet with a crimson wine flowing within it, and then 2 just common amber beers. She
Okay.
hands it back and she says, "And here you are," and puts it down for you.
Thanks, gorgeous. Here's something for you. I kind of give her a silver piece.
Thank you.
Tip your waitresses.
Yeah.
She looks like she's totally into me. So this is a pretty heavy hitter, though, for a cleric of Palor.
Trying to think if that's true.
Well, you're doing a favor for a friend, so it's less about who you're hunting in that case. It's a favor.
Yeah, you're the one hunting somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're projecting.
No, it's just an old family friend. You know, they called in a favor, so here I am. Sure, it's nothing as serious as who you're tracking down. You must be fairly gifted if you know my niece here.
Yeah. Well, I've needed her help a couple times. Mostly these, runaway kids are the best, best coin, really.
How long have you been tracking him?
Oh, about 2 months.
Really?
Make my way up. Making some friends here and there, though, to help me on my way. Been making money, when I can, doing gigs like this.
Is this your party here in the bar? These merchants traveling through?
Oh, no. I have a friend, though, I'm traveling with. You guys have a word?
Is he here?
Well, he's right over there. Actually, I don't know where he's at. He's probably talking to some barmaid or something.
If you gesture over, like you said, oh, right over there. If you gesture to where I had sort of clocked him.
Yeah. Oh, no, I leaned my head over. He was over there, but I don't know where he went.
So now I know you're talking about the
does
cloaked
that.
figure. All right.
Can draw your
So
own conclusions.
I'm going to sort of do another nonverbal communication at you and be like,
Okay.
that one. Yeah, that's the weird thing that was happening before.
We like playing charades now?
Well, like, I don't know how to do it with my
Yeah, I
face and
know.
still talk to the
So is it,
microphone.
can I pick up on their weird awkwardness that they're having right here?
I'm just staring like,
Yeah,
what's
this is
happening
like-
right now?
Where is your friend? Will you introduce us? We're all friends here.
JKR is like making some like winks and little nudges and head
I'm
gestures.
kind of like,
Wink, wink, say no more.
yeah, we're all friends here. I mean, he's probably out doing his own thing. Normally we, I usually try not to cramp his style when he's going out. I'm take a quick look and see if he's around a corner or something. Smoking. You smoke, right?
You smoke,
Do
right?
other things to smoke?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think he's overly concerned with his health.
You're a rebel.
Yeah.
You guys stay right here.
I'm also
I'll
a
go out
devil.
looking for him.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
I'll try to bring him around.
We'll hold our spot at the table. Yeah.
For all he knows, he's immune.
I'll just or me actually. I drink my. Oh man,
he's
these was
fire.
delicious. I'll take another one. I walk off.
Was that all of it?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. I was definitely gonna try to steal a sip while you were
So,
gone.
There's a little like that little
Yeah.
drag zone.
I at least
style.
want to know what that shit tastes like.
Backwash.
Because I'm like very tall, I kind of like look around, don't see him, so I go outside and see if he's like smoking.
Okay. You got.
While
you
he's
made your
gone,
way
I'm gonna-
outside, so whatever you do.
Oh, yeah.
Verbally.
No, I mean,
communicate.
I tried to go to the window that was near, I guess, the table. That was near where that guy was looking, which, based on your description, should have been nearest their table.
Yeah, so you're kind of peering over and watching this whole like nodded conversation,
this is, like,
and then
so-
you see Drop get up and sort of look around and head outside.
Yeah, so I guess my guy like pipe. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
lights up his pipe and just kind of affects a nonchalant status. Not very far from the window, indicating he probably heard the entire conversation.
So I kind of go outside, I look around.
Yeah, you see him.
See? Yeah. Eric's.
What's up?
Well, I talked to some friends inside. They, seem like good people. And dude, Cleric of Baylor is like paying out the ass for our liquor, man. I got good going right here. He must have really liked the performance. It's one of my best songs, really. So I think it really struck a chord with some people. They're very thankful for it.
What's the Cleric of Palor doing all the way out here?
I have no idea. He looked like he's from the Cleric of Palor, man. That guy had too much sun.
Never enough sun.
And, all right, so I
So the
told you.
Cleric of Palor got too much sun.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I told you, I've done this, I've run into that one monk, Kiaran. I think she, it seemed like she was kind of digging me, but I'm not sure. She said we're all friends here.
I don't see how she couldn't be, man. I mean, honestly, look at you.
Well, no, I think it was the song again. I think it's been winning them over. But,
She totally tried again.
no, she's a monk, man. She's got her thing going on,
You know how tightly wound those monks are? If you get them to loosen up, freaks.
It's probably true, but then if you piss them off, they're going to punch you right in the face. So I just think it's just, I can't quite take the... Yeah, no, I like her as a friend. But, I don't know, do you want to go inside? Get some alcohol with them?
Your face, Tom.
Sorry, I was having fun with that. Not really sure how a Cleric of Palor might take to my appearance.
Oh, yeah, the demon thing you got going.
Yeah.
Just generally.
Clerics don't really tend to like demons, devils, that kind of thing. I've had a few bad experiences in the past with them trying to exorcise me.
Oh, okay, so...
Make me jog. It's terrible.
You told me to tell that you... I'll say that you headed out with some young thing and that you'll be indisposed for the night. All right, so...
That's a good one.
All right, see you in the morning, right?
Yeah. So at some point, I would try to sneak back up into my room. I noticed.
Okay. Well, you did recognize him as he was going in. He's not
Oh
like-
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying. That's why I made an excuse.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if a random guy that's friends with my family happens to be in the same place I am, and I'm trying to be found by my family.
Okay. So I walk in and go to your table and say, my pal, apparently my friend, he's found some company for the night.
Roll for it.
Yep.
18?
Insight to know if he's lying.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, I believed it.
So did I.
The group that runs on deception.
Those who lie together.
The group that lies together stays together.
That's like what I'm supposed to be good at too.
Well, it's what I'm good at, too.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Hey, that's the problem. You're good at detecting lies, but we're also good at lying. So.
Okay.
Well, speaking of spending the night, are you staying here?
Yeah, I got a room.
We might see you around the next few days then.
Really playing into coming onto him, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, are you
kinda
staying here tonight?
Well, if they were right by the window, stands to reason we could have heard their
I'm looking
conversation.
at you, but I'm also looking at you, and I'm like, so I'm like really, Brock's really awkward because it appears you're coming onto him, but like your uncle's right here, and the uncle's a cleric of Palor, so it's like your uncle who's a priest.
We don't know the relationship between them because they haven't explained it to you yet.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
this
we
is
did.
my
Yeah.
uncle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so So I'm like really
Look to the mace. Look
I'm in a
back
really
to him.
weird
Look
spot
back to the
here.
mace. Look back to him.
You're like, talk.
I want to push this forward, but he might smite me.
I have some social graces where I'm like, I'm not gonna hit on a girl in front of their priest uncle.
I'm not gonna hit on the female monk in front of her priest
Mistake you
uncle.
make one time.
Yeah, I will see you around sometime.
All right, and I'll go and find rooms.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go with you. Got big sack of traveling gear to drop. I'm, ready to get rid of this. Okay.
Can we get upstairs in rooms or whatever?
It's 2 silver apiece if you just want the rooms. If you also want to bathe, it's another silver each.
We've been traveling. We probably want to bathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So once I'm obviously probably periodically peeking back into the room. They're upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I sneak back in, go to my room. I stash the rapier and like anything else that he has, like his signet ring, like he doesn't have any of it on him.
Okay.
Because he's gonna try to rely on looking completely different than the last time anybody's seen him.
Gotcha.
But not have anything identifying like the sword
Mm-hmm.
on him when he encounters them the next.
Okay. After you get cleaned up, the rumors you had heard sort of pointed your quarry this way. If you want to ask around a little bit, you can make a persuasion check to kind of talk to people, see if they've seen anyone matching.
Okay. 4.
You suck.
That's like the third 4 I've rolled in a row.
You're bad at this game, Brent.
Retiring that die.
You've been playing for a long time. What's wrong?
I suck at D&D. Okay, so yeah. Did I get anywhere on a 4?
Unfortunately, your bath took a little longer than you expected, and everyone's a little bit trashed right now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, I didn't say anything. Sorry. Or just snoring right in your face. The rest of you have already secured rooms, and go ahead and rest for the evening.
Okay.
I'll cover my hit points.
The beds
All
are
the hit points you lost.
That song took it out of him.
a bit
not
scratchy.
Really left it all on the
Not
stage.
not great. You find the bedding almost like too soft. Like your hermitage has kind of trained you for harder things. You end up sleeping on the floor
Yeah, there you go.
That's a little small too.
To get comfort. But the next day you awoken to the smell of roasting meats and breads coming from downstairs, licking tantalizingly at your nostrils. That's weird.
Looking at my nostrils. Oh man,
Yeah, that was
That's
I didn't even know I was into that.
That's a weird thing to say.
Oh man, that guy's nose, man. You see it? See the
Anyway, it
nostrils?
smells good downstairs.
Weird.
There are fewer townsfolk here now. It appears only to be a handful of travelers and merchants.
Okay.
Who would be good people to ask about who they've seen on the road, perhaps.
Okay. Well, I've got my shiny green die instead of my other one. Let's see if this
Your
one rolls
trash
any
dice.
better. We'll try
So
another.
who else comes down for breakfast?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I will in a second. I want to double check something
All right.
first.
Rolled a 14 on persuasion this time.
Okay.
Still a 4 in there, weirdly.
Just a question, like wearing studded leather, is that pretty like because it's studded leather? Is it like easier to move around in and like
Yeah,
more
it's,
typical?
it's light armor, but you're still like wearing armor. So
Yeah.
if you were in like a purely social, like you probably don't wear it when you're performing,
Yeah.
because it's like
Unless you're like a black metal band.
I'm gonna start some stuff,
Yeah.
because you're wearing armor going
Yeah.
around. But at the same time, if you see somebody who's wearing studded leather on the trail, it wouldn't be uncommon to see someone on the trail or on the road,
Yeah.
or just even walking about town maybe. But it would sort of imply a martial continence to them.
Okay.
All right, so he goes downstairs for breakfast. Again, he doesn't take anything that would identify him as an Osirok.
Okay.
He does still have like his daggers and whatnot, but those are generic daggers, so they shouldn't identify him as anything. And
Gotcha.
he's more or less going to try to rely on. He looks very different, like even straight down to like different facial hair and like hairdo.
So as you come down, you hear the bartender go, "Yeah, I saw a guy like that is right over there." And you're like 3 steps down, and you just freeze.
Anyways, where am I in relation to this?
You're probably like halfway through a rasher of bacon and a couple of eggs.
That sounds so good right now.
Who's hungry now?
All of us.
Okay. Hey, you.
All right, so with this, the other cloaked figure, who is basically still at a very similar position, who's facing away for this, gets up, throws his cloak back, revealing a battle axe in hand. He says, "You bastard bounty hunters, you'll never take me alive!" Roll for initiative, everybody.
Another 14.
Yay! Not terrible.
Oh! Not 20.
Nat 20, nice.
That's the second one this game. Nice.
Second one for not an attack.
Yeah, I know. Typical. I rolled not badly though, so I'm happy.
Should be just your dex unless you have an initiative modifier.
Yeah, it is just +1. So 15.
15.
16.
Ooh. I got 15 too. What do we compare?
I think it's if your
Dex.
dex is higher.
Dex?
If yours is much higher, I guarantee it.
What's your dex?
12. But you're a monk, so you should be
Oh yeah,
super
yeah,
high.
I win. Okay.
Drock, what'd you have?
22. Do you have any?
16.
16.
Do you have any martial capability that I know of, or
What?
you are a spellcaster?
No, he's got like you've only ever seen him do like one spell. I mean, it's got it's one of those ones that has myriad of effects. But like you've seen him do what it would amount to like
It's
hedge
pretty
magic.
good. It's a pretty good spell, but
It's a pretty good spell, but like you never seen him attack anybody with magic.
Okay.
Like when you guys get into fights, like he either like stabs them with a rapier or goes after them with daggers. Okay, I mean, obviously depending on the fight, he might also do bow and arrow, but that's more a tactical decision. Usually he'll get up in there and just try to see if he can take him out close.
okay. So with this guy, his bellow and the drawing of his battle axe, basically everyone else in the tavern sort of is like and dives to the corners or upturns tables to get behind him. They know some shit's about to go down. But Drock, you're the first person to act. You have to jump on everybody.
Okay, so as I guess kind of part of my bonus action, I'll be like, Kieran, knock this person out. So you get a D6, which you can use for an attack roll, a save, or a skill check.
That sounds good.
Then I'm going to feeling things out right here. Say, I'll actually viciously mock him. Say, stay where you are, or my sword will be through your throat.
Okay.
So
So what do I do?
see you would my assaults. If the target you can hear you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take one.
And what's my DC?
13.
He failed.
So he takes 3 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and he has disadvantage to attack on the next attack roll made before the end of its next turn.
Okay. Just straight disadvantage,
Yeah.
or against anybody but you.
I think it's straight just.
I think it's and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna charge you. He says, "No one says that to me. I'll kill you!" And he runs over, swinging his battle axe, but unfortunately misses wildly, embedding it in the bar. As you get close, you see the 3 scars going down his face. Make a wisdom check.
Actually, wow, 13.
13. All right. You recognize that as Noka the Bloody. He's got a 100-crown bounty on his head, alive, or only a mere 20 dead, for assault and murder.
Ooh.
All right, Eric's.
All right, Eric draws his daggers. Is that still
That's your bonus action.
bonus action? So he draws his daggers. Can I close the distance with my move?
Yeah, you can get over there. The place isn't huge.
All right, so I close the distance with the move action and then just try to stab him.
Okay.
Really regretting not bringing the rapier down. All right, that's going to be AC 19.
All right, that's good enough.
All right, that's going to be
Can I show something? As,
8 points of damage.
Ah! What are you? Third.
Not even like, why'd you stab me? It's like, what the hell are you?
As a freak, I said like, take him alive. Once I learned,
Oh, yeah,
like,
sorry, I got those mixed up. Kieran.
could I have said like, take him alive?
No.
I'm gonna try an unarmed attack on him.
Okay.
Unarmed strike. 16.
That's a hit.
Can I borrow a D4? Thank you. I am unprepared. 4.
Okay. And because you have martial arts, you can make another unarmed strike as a bonus action.
I can hit him again.
And no, you can use the D6 after your roll, but before he declares the success or not with the Bardic Inspiration die, because I have inspired you.
That's 20.
All right.
Ooh.
So go ahead and roll double damage with that nat 20.
Sweet.
So you still need a d4.
5 plus 6. 11.
11. Oh, good shot.
Taking him down.
Down.
Okay. The first hit knocks him off balance, and then you bring your elbow right into his solar plexus. He staggers backwards. The wind knocked out of him. Farron.
Oh, crap. Okay. Seeing that shit's now going down, I'm going to unstrap my shield from my back and slap that on. How's this guy looking now?
He looks almost dead.
Okay. I don't know anything about the trying to capture him alive.
If you make an attack that would kill him, it just knocks him out instead.
Okay.
If you say, I want to do it non-lethally.
Okay.
Considering this is a whole misunderstanding, we might
That's true. That
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be out to kill him.
Yeah.
It's clear he's like thinking that we're after him, and we're not. So we're kind of going, wait, chill out, and we could do it non-lethally
Okay.
if it would make sense for your character. Sure.
Yeah, he's not going to go just around killing anybody he comes across, even though this guy was kind of a prick earlier. So I'm not going to feel too bad about bashing him in the head with the mace. So.
Non-lethally.
Yeah. Dink. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw my mace, and I'm going to walk up and see if I can smash this guy.
Okay.
What is my...
Non-lethally or lethally?
Yes, non-lethally.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
Oh.
So that's going to be a 9.
9. The mace cracks into the side of his head. And he falls to the ground.
Stunned and knocked out.
There's a little trickle of blood leaking from the wound, but he is on a one-way trip to nap time with the force of that blow.
Is he still alive?
Well, that was awkward.
How bad did we just hurt him?
Oh, he's knocked out.
Oh, okay. Yes. He's alive.
So how much
There's
was
not really like negative hit points.
Oh, they're
much
not
was
doing that.
the bounty worth?
100.
Like
That's
there's
really
a value of negative to kill you, but it's usually like per hit. Otherwise, you're at 0.
Okay.
The bartender's he goes.
Weird.
Yeah.
He says, "Paler's glare, what the hell happened?" And he sort of
Paler's glare happened.
raises up from behind the raises up from behind the bar.
Eric's kind of like gently kicks the guy. Well, this guy got angry and he attacked all of us, and we made him stop. That's what happened.
Well, this happens to be.
Noka the Bloody.
This is Noka the Bloody.
That guy.
Who has a $60 bounty, 60 crown bounty on its head. So
When he says that, like, does anything like jog in my head? Because I've been traveling with them for at least a little bit.
does everyone accept that? Because I rolled a 22.
I know nothing about any of these people, so sure.
I'm gonna have. I don't know that I can match that.
Can
16, I believe it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care, I don't think.
Yeah,
Insight would be
okay.
the appropriate
Insight?
check.
Okay.
I
The only thing I would have to counter it is that when him saying that, whether or not I know the bounty
15.
as well.
Okay.
And it would be
I have
purely
sort of
picked up
been-
from having traveled with them. Would be the only way.
I'll give you advantage because of your patrol.
My sort of law enforcement background.
Yeah, so you can roll twice and choose the better number.
Oh, okay. 15 or... Ooh, that was worse. 15.
All right.
So
Yeah, 60. Considering how fast he went down, 60 seems pretty reasonable. Because he doesn't seem that dangerous.
What does the bartender say?
Pull my dagger out of him and kind of like wipe the blood off on his shirt.
Bartender says,
He just stabbed the guy.
Bartender says, "Thank goodness you're all here then."
You know, I think we deserve a drink for that,
Or free breakfast.
He says,
or free breakfast.
then breakfast and drinks are on the house. He
First
probably,
thing we do is weasel our way into free shit.
he probably saved everyone in this tavern.
Go
Yes,
team.
we did.
Barkeep is glad you had Trock, the rune chanter, in the good graces that helping a bard has improved the standing of this fine establishment. You can tell tales of this.
Okay, well, I already thanked you.
Dramatic.
You got free drinks and free beer. And free food.
During all of this, I'm going to at least take a minute to see if the guy's actually, like, okay down there. Like, I know he's knocked out, but,
Oh
like,
no, here we are.
is he going to have, like,
Can we like tie him up?
horribly debilitating
All right.
injuries
Wait a
down the
minute,
road?
I'll be right back.
Well,
So
concussions are no joke.
I'll be right back. I go up to my room and get my manacles.
Okay.
Oh, you have manacles.
Oh yeah, I'm a bounty hunter.
Kinky.
Well, yeah, that too.
God.
It's all about multi-purpose tools, you know?
So I come back down. I have my manacles.
Okay.
So here we go.
Okay,
Okay.
so while he's gone, you recognize, based on the description you've been fed, Eric's.
The actual guy you were looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, given what happened the last time I called somebody out on that, I might keep that to myself a little bit. But I'll do our little non-verbal nudge.
Be like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm assuming because we're relatives, we'd have at least some familiarity with each other, that we could do that on a basic level at least.
So until they say something, Eric's is going to hope that they've forgotten that he got pointed out,
Okay.
and try to just collect on like the food and the drink and act like nothing happened.
Okay.
this is going to be a real awkward breakfast.
So saying it's going to take the bounty hunter a minute or two to go get his manacles.
Okay.
If you want to make any conversational revelations in that time without tipping your hat to the bounty hunter, that would be appropriate for that.
Okay.
Translation: the campaign hook hinges on.
This is kind of it now, yeah. Okay.
We're gonna spend so much time in this bar trying to dance around each other.
No, here's gonna be the fun thing. This is gonna be deception versus insight because my guy's gonna try to lie his ass off.
So I'll turn to the stranger, as far as I know, and I'll say, you know, you were pretty quick to leap to our aid with your daggers there. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. He was also attacking my friend.
Oh, that was your friend. Oh, okay. The guy who was here earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
the
mentioned
giant
he was
half-orc.
here with somebody. Yeah, okay.
Eat with us.
Okay.
I'm a to-the-point person.
Yes.
I'll get a table for us and
So-
sit you down.
He's trying to act like as nonchalant as possible, but like kind of just like, this is weird.
So where are you from?
I still say you go Midwest. So where are you from? Yeah.
You're getting medical. So
What's a town on the outskirts of the capital?
oh,
You're gonna make shit up.
Yeah.
Jirash.
Jirash?
Yeah.
Alright. Jirash, just outside the capital.
So since I know he's the person, or I have a pretty good idea that he's the person I'm looking
Just
for.
confront him.
All right, so you have disadvantage on your bluff. You have advantage on
Okay,
your
that's what I was thinking. You
insight.
know what? This does not serve me well, so I'm going to roll these. What is my insight? +6. Wow.
19.
Yeah, you kicked the crap out of it.
Okay.
All right.
Boo, Brent. Can I assist?
Yeah.
Sit there and look intimidating?
Yeah, I think you could probably
You
roll
can make
insight
you can
too.
make one insight.
One insight?
Yeah.
16.
16.
Still not there.
Okay. So yeah, this little Jirash story sounds pretty.
Sounds like I'm telling the
Sounds
truth.
pretty okay.
Dang
Yeah.
it, Tom.
It sounds completely believable. It's like a character on deception and lying. Come on.
Oh, okay. So what brings
Carefully,
you?
you're gonna walk away with everything in your pockets, okay?
Yeah, okay.
What brings you out to wherever we are?
All right. You are in a town called.
Rafasha.
That
Mufasa.
Mufasa, Rafiki.
We're in the Thirsty Traveler.
What brings you out here?
Well, boredom?
Probably don't need to roll for that because you're probably telling the truth.
Things got a little hot at home.
Huh.
Appearance doesn't really make it easy to stay in one place too long. People tend to get a little freaked out. Priests get called in on occasion, and that's not always a fun interaction. So I
Yeah.
understand why I'm a little bit nervous sitting at a table with you. I don't need an old priest and a young priest or holy water being thrown at me.
Does that actually work on tieflings? Oh, okay.
Actually, you're not sure.
Try it.
Note for later.
It's a lot of not fun interactions, so I kind of move on.
Yeah, I had some experience with a similar situation a while ago. In fact, you'd be about the right height for the guy that I was supposed to, be looking for. And how old are you exactly?
21.
Much better.
Damn it. 10.
Let me see your ID, sir.
What did I roll? That's 23.
Yeah, 10.
So okay.
Yeah, you sniff that out.
Okay.
He's not quite who he says he is. These cracks are widening by the moment.
The age seems a little fishy.
Yeah. I'm
Meanwhile, those manacles are way at the bottom.
yeah.
I know that. Like, just let me know when I come in.
Really digging.
You could have swore you put them in the pack. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
I was in a rush.
I'm gonna start asking about your martials training
Like
because
you cuff them to each other. And now
that's
you're
what
trying
I'm
to find
interested
the
in as a monk. Where were you trained? You fought well.
The streets. I learned to fight in the streets.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, School of Hard Knocks. Which it is actually where you learn his rogue abilities. That's not a lie.
Alright.
I learned to fight on the streets. When you look like this, you have to get in a lot of fights.
As a noble, though, wouldn't you have had some basic training?
I grew up on the street. I'm not a noble.
All right, bluff check.
Oh, that's another 23.
Ha!
That's gonna be a 20. Damn you, Joe, for
Remember, give your bardic inspiration dice. Bardic.
He's not singing though.
You can still use those on check.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ages lie, and he's lying about not being a noble.
Okay.
You're like 99%
Yeah.
sure now.
Okay.
Just call him by his old
Yeah,
name.
that's what I was trying to find in my note here. Aiden, is that you?
My name is Eric's.
Sure, now it is.
Well, I mean,
You're the moody
Wait, it's
seed.
also not a lie. It is
No,
what he's
that's-
calling himself.
Yeah, but just you don't roll anything. You just make an insight check.
Okay.
I have a flight DC.
With advantage or
That's
no?
with advantage.
Okay, so that's going to be another 22 this time.
22. Okay. Yeah, even though he's kind of hitting you pretty bold faced,
Mm-hmm.
you've sort of seen to the heart of the matter now.
Okay.
You are the moody teen of this campaign.
You know, originally I had more ability for lying, but I backed away because I figured I was going to leave that for the bard. And I was just even more the light-fingered one.
I know.
Okay, so with my check there, and I don't know why you're trying to hide, but if you have a reason, I'm sure it's good. But I know it's you.
I'm not going home.
I don't remember. Am I
You
actually
weren't
supposed to take
bring it
Yeah,
back.
I
You're
didn't
supposed
think
to just
so.
like. They seem to think his curse is because he like strayed from the path of righteousness, like his idle hands of the devil's playground. In this case, very literally. So they think if you can kind of like be with him and sort of set him right, that maybe he'll change back into their baby boy.
Okay.
Awkward.
All right. We can discuss this later if you're worried about the others here. But I don't have to take you back. Your parents are just worried about you.
Yeah, sure. When I left, they were trying to build a room to keep me locked in. Super worried.
Were they?
You don't know.
I don't know.
They didn't mention it.
Okay.
It also wasn't a lie, because it wasn't part of his
Yeah,
background.
he doesn't know.
Yeah.
They neglected to mention that detail.
Yeah, there was a reason I left. I didn't want to
Must have
spend
been.
my life in a room any more than I already did.
Conceal, don't feel, don't let it show.
So you found as much manacles, and you begin
There they are.
and you begin bringing them back down.
Okay.
They've been in your
you have a hard
pocket the
time finding
whole
your room
time.
key,
Okay.
so you got to find that key now.
Oh, so we're still going.
You're still going.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
We're
right.
still going.
It's gonna be as long. It takes to do this as long as the narrative relevant.
Okay. Oh, like that's terrible. I didn't know that they had treated you so. Although I could sort of see where they're coming from. This is pretty intense.
Tell me about it. I'm kind of the one living with it. Keep making motions around my face like the freaking microphone.
Yeah, everybody's just
Yeah.
kind of been waving their hands at his face for a while.
All of this.
Yeah, all
all
of
of this.
that.
Every time there's a this or a that, there's hand motions.
Oh, hold on. We never described your character. So
Oh,
now
there you
that now that we're describing what this is all about, so why don't you please explain to the
Oh, that's
listeners?
true. It's the first time my character's been seen by non-people. Okay, so
By non-people?
Non-people.
well, Joe's character knew who I
You
was.
guys don't count.
You're not people.
By new people. So all right. So Aiden, or RX as he's going by, is about 5'10", just shy of 6 feet. Kind of a crimson, deep red skin tone. Fairly handsome looking as far as these things go, but it's also kind of hidden by the fact that his eyes are completely gold colored.
Would you describe yourself as a handsome devil?
Yes, he would be a handsome devil.
Awesome.
He's got smallish horns growing out of his head. He's kind of shaved the sides of his hair in an attempt to conceal what he looked like to alter his appearance. So he's got this kind of like chaotic mohawk going on up top, but it's not
He's a punk.
spiked. A little bit more. Just he was just erratically changing his hair to look as different as possible from a nobleman. He's also got a tail that he does what he can to keep concealed beneath his cloak, but it's still a tail. And as we've established, it's more of like a thick lizard tail, so he can't just wrap it around his waist, which is darn.
Sucks for you.
His hair is black for what little is left, and he's got a goatee, but like just like the chin goatee, not like the full, like our DM has that you can't see.
Ooh, mystery.
Other than that, he's generally fairly well armed, usually with 2 daggers, a short bow, a rapier, and leather armor, with wearing kind of dark purplish traveling clothes. Though currently he is sans his rapier since it's identifiable.
Okay. You recall the scroll case given to you by Esserex.
Okay. I imagine I probably would not have just kept that on me, though. That's probably up in the... Well, how big... When we say scroll case, how
it's
big
like-
is a scroll case?
It's about 9 inches long by about an inch around.
Oh,
Small
so that's
little
easy to hold
yeah.
on. Okay, so I'll this was given to me by your family here.
Right.
Right. So it's locked, but you know the combination. It's something from your old life.
All right. So I undo the combination, pull the scroll out. read
Okay.
it.
So as you
Instantly
begin
cursed.
taking the scroll out,
Oh.
as the scroll as you begin pulling it out, Drak, comes down the stairs, manacles in hand.
Drax's cousin.
So I go and kind of knows things going on, but then I go and make sure I handcuff the
How about
bouncy.
that guy?
Okay. Yeah, he's still solidly unconscious. I mean,
Read him his rights.
So what did I miss?
Food.
it's all sitting there. You notice that Eric's has a scroll in his hand, and an empty scroll case on the table.
What's all this about?
I don't know yet. What is it about?
All right. So as you open it up, it says,
Copy of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
it says, Aiden, it's been too long since you last spoke. Your mother's fault, no doubt. She did not appreciate the influence that she claimed I was having on you. Nevertheless, you'd always been my favorite nephew. Your hands were always so nimble-fingered with those locks, picking up everything I was trying to teach you. Your parents did not approve either of my influence or some of my bad habits. I'm asking you this because none of your brothers would take my side, I'm sure. And in all honesty, I hope I'm only not too far gone from your heart to ask your aid. Things are bad. I won't lie about it. If you ever had love for me, please come to Shade. I'm in trouble. And it's signed Baron Lunara, your uncle. And that is where we'll end for this evening. So,
Dun dun dun.
exactly. Leave them on and more, I say. So thank you for joining us. This has been our first episode, our flagship, our pilot. So tune in next week when we'll have more adventures on the Die by the Dice podcast. So thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
See you next time.
Stay drocky.
Hey, that's not going to